Well, first off, I went through a typical day of what I might eat, and then I went through some of my old grocery receipts and tried to get some prices of how much each food item costs and to see how far off I was from $5 a day. And then from there, I went out and I took out different foods that were going to cost too much. Like I love chocolate and ice cream, so I had to take those items out and make room for other things.
I bet I spent 2 to 3 hours just like surfing the net and figuring out different plans and what people do, like what people have done to be successful. So it was quite a process, actually.
The preparation was, I would say, probably a twofold. First, just trying to put together some general ideas of what our menu items would be, and then kind of taking a look at things and saying, you know, well, do we think we'll be able to do this, you know, with the cost restrictions and that type of stuff.
I always chose the cheaper brand. I eliminated organics. I thought I was going to be able to afford spices, and when I got over to that aisle, I completely just dismissed that idea because they were so expensive.
I stuck to my guns and I at least got wheat bread, but I was like, oh my gosh, it's so much cheaper. You know, I could get more of something else if I take this less nutritious white bread that I know is not good for me.
I was surprised how long that it took because I thought I was very organized, and it turns out it took me well over an hour to go back because even my calculations were wrong, or there were different prices of items that I wasn't expecting, so I had to go and rebudget everything.
I was pretty much stuck to whatever I bought with $20. Like there were some times I said, oh, you know, it'd just be real nice to have an apple, but apples didn't fit into the $20. So I just went with what we had. And the thing that I had planned for snacks were bread with jam on them. And by the end of the 2 days, I was really tired of snacks of bread and jam.
I'm not normally a breakfast eater. If I eat breakfast, it's a banana, a piece of fruit. But to eat an actual well-nutritious meal for breakfast for this challenge was difficult, and in the long run I found out was probably better for me. Ironically, by eating breakfast each morning, I wasn't hungry in the afternoon as I usually am.
I only had one helping from most of my meals just so I was guaranteed leftovers for the next day. The first day I snacked a lot less than I'm used to. I'm used to having very small portions throughout the day, and that wasn't really an option. I'm spontaneous, and planning meals beforehand was difficult for me. I'm used to things when I'm in the mood for them, I make it.
I was getting really frustrated with what I was eating.
Not being able to snack as much as what I'd like.
Missing the coffee in the morning, missing a variety of drinks.
Not having the variety that I would hope for.
Not being able to use the produce from my garden.
The time that I spent, I'm not used to spending an hour and a half at the grocery store.
You're not always able to go out to eat.
Not going out to eat with some of my friends.
It was hard for me to say no to friends who wanted to go out.
That was a challenge, like socially, because food is a very social component to our lives. That was really difficult, not engaging in activities like that. I think I could do it. I wouldn't be a happy camper for a while until I adjusted to this kind of lifestyle, but I think I could do it, but I don't think it would be easy.
Nobody really wants to live on $5 a day. It's a very difficult task.
I was tired from work, and then to spend that long at the grocery store and then spend that long cooking, it was rough. I can't imagine doing it with kids or a family to cook for.